Well, he's stuck up with the box. All Buffaloes dive on top of it. And it's Buffalo football. Right at the line. We'll send it over where you just, as get going again, just kind of watch your level. Need to adjust it. Anywhere, just come over and do it. Don't even ask. Okay, sorry, Joe. Just about a minute. Sorry about that. I'm pretty rusty too. Yeah. 60 seconds. For the high school streaming the game, Dighton here. He put a microphone over here, so we're also streaming Dighton. Welcome back to high school football here on Super Hits 106.1 KYV's The Outlet. I'm Brad Meiser and Joe Vizurk, our studio engineers. We resume play of the Buffaloes with a run off the right side of the formation, lunging forward Brian Schramm for the first down, and he did get it. The drive stays alive for Rawlins County here, marching it from your left to right, ball riding the right hash. Dighton here. So far on defense tonight, got 3 men down here on the line. Got 3 men on the line, 2 linebackers, 3 Guys in the secondary. Buffaloes with a read option, handed off Colwell off the right side, and he's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Manages to fall forward for a gain. Small gain here, only going to be a few yards. Spot the ball down at here. Spot it down at about the 34-yard line, it looks like, in Rollins County, looking at a second down and about 7. Long 7, almost 8. Buffaloes return to the line of scrimmage here out of the huddle. 3 men with their hands in the dirt for Dighton. Buffalo send out 2 receivers to the left side. Karamic takes the snap, sprints with the ball straight away after getting it, runs it off the left side, cuts it up the middle of the field, and gets drugged down at the 25-yard line. The Buffaloes will get the first down by a couple of feet. Needed to get that one down to about the 26. He was able to get the ball down to the Dighton 25. Both teams kind of trying to feel the situation out here a little bit. Dighton's got wide splits on their defensive line. Buffalo's trying to attack up the middle of the field as a adjustment to that. Still trying to go outside, wasn't working because, again, Dighton's got guys out there wide. They're doing their best to try to stretch these plays out. Out of the gun with the receiver to the near side. Sharamik with Colwell to his right, takes the snap, runs off the right side, finds a small lane, slips through one arm tackle, can't get past the second and the third, does get the ball across the 20-yard line here in Dighton territory. I believe they're going to spot him down at the 18 as he fell forward. The ball on the right hash. The Buffaloes kind of riding the right side of the field here as they work their way down the field towards the goal line. Dighton making adjustments here on the defensive side. Trying to slow down these Buffaloes on that first down carry. A gain of about 6.5 yards there for Ryan Sharamik out of the gun. Seeing a lot of shotgun out of these Buffaloes here early on. A little bit of I formation. Dighton staying with 3 men on the front. Moving linebackers and corners around. They got at least 2 linebackers there in the gap so far. Out of the gun, the Buffaloes. Sharamik, handoff. Colwell finds a little lane up the middle. Gets hit, though, right at the 15-yard line. The ball comes out, they say, and I think they're going to say it's Dighton football. It is. The Hornets come out with the football. The Hornets' opening possession was ended by a fumble, and now the Buffaloes' second possession is ended by a fumble. But both teams having a hard time holding on to the football to start this one off. Now it's time for the second offensive possession of the night here. Dighton. Ball just shy of the 15-yard line. Out of the pistol comes Kramer with the football. It's a man into motion, Von Leonrod. Takes the snap, keeper off the right side. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Going to drive his way forwards for a nice first down carry. Buffalo's got hands on him at the line of scrimmage, but he had a tremendous amount of velocity and was able to drag his way through a couple defenders for a gain of about 4 yards on this one to make it second down and 6. 6.5 to go. Dighton. Spot the ball down at about the 17-yard line. Out of the I formation now. And the ball off to Von Leonrod, the fullback. He's going to make his way into the second level there before he gets stuck by the Buffaloes at about the 21-yard line. Had a nice lane up the middle of the field, and Von Leonrod, the big guy, took off with quite a bit of speed there. Rylan Price, the tailback, hasn't got the ball here yet. Kramer gets the call, walks back to the huddle here. The Buffaloes. Defensive line. Aguilar. Colwell, and I believe Chumley down there, but I could be mistaken. Kramer puts a man into motion, fakes the handoff to him. He's going to find a lane up the middle of the field, and he's going to take off. And Kramer is gone. Kramer, from the 21-yard line, is into the end zone. 59-yard touchdown run for Kramer. 2-point conversion now, going to be lined up for and attempted. And the Buffaloes were attacked up the middle of the field that entire possession, and then Kramer finding a little lane there, rocketed through it with impressive speed. And once he got into the open field, I don't know that anybody was going to catch him. Turned that into a track meet, and the first points on the board go to Dighton with 4:28 to play. It's 6-0. Hornets in the lead. Still in the first quarter, Kramer wants a pass into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Caught by Von Leonrod, and the 2-point conversion is good. Make it 8-0 Hornets with 4:28 to play here in our first quarter of action. Rollins County had an opportunity, was driving, but coughed the ball up, and the Hornets of Dighton capitalized. A couple of runs up the middle of the field, and finally a big one by Kramer for 59 yards and the touchdown. Make this an 8-0 contest favoring Dighton. Sun setting behind us here, casting shadows across the field. It's a pretty image out here tonight. You're up there in Atwood, Rollins County. Dighton's school website is filming the game here tonight and streaming it. I think you can catch it on their YouTube or on their school website if you want to watch this game streamed live. If not, keep it right here. We'll be broadcasting it throughout the night. Rollins County about to receive. They started this game with receiving it. Not able to do much with it on their first possession. Turned over on downs. Fumbled it on their second possession there in Hornets territory. Dighton works their way back out onto the field. Booted away is number 12, Noah Raymer. It's a couple steps back away from the football here. Gets the whistle from the referee that ready to go. Takes off towards the ball, boots a low driving end-over-end kick. Schromick has to jump to try to catch it. It goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. So Rollins County will get the ball out, I believe, on their 20, if I remember right. Might be their own. I believe it's the 15. It's been a year since I called the game. It is the 15-yard line. I apologize. Buffaloes will start this possession on their own 15, their third possession. First one ended on downs, the second one on a fumble. Buffalo's out of the gun. Schromick will run off the left side, gets met at the line of scrimmage, and gets dropped to the ground by a host of Hornets here. Up from the pile for Dighton was number 16, Connor Wilson, the sophomore out there on the flank. May not have been the one who made the tackle, but he would be credited with assist at the minimum. I think he was the one who made the tackle. Buffaloes return to the line of scrimmage with a 2nd down and 9, just a gain of a yard for Schromick on that play. 2 running backs to the right side of Schromick as he goes under center. Pitch play. Trying to get the edge. Here's Colwell. Colwell turns the corner down the right sideline, sidesteps a couple of tacklers, makes his way down, I believe, to the 30-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down and more for Rollins County. Going to mark him down at the 30-yard line. Gain of 14 for Dorian Colwell on that pitch play. And the Buffaloes now with a fresh set of downs and improved field position over where they started out on their own 15. All on the 30, right on the right hash. Buffaloes out of the gun. 2 running backs standing along that line, yard line there to Schromick. He hands off to the 2nd running back who runs his way off the left side, tries to get through the gap, but gets caught by Dighton's number 10, Daniel Kramer. Negligible gain on that 1st down carry. They'll maybe give him a yard, maybe 2 at most. Yeah, about 2 yards. Makes it a 2nd down and 8. Buffaloes need to get this football to just a little bit before the 40, just a hair almost, to get the 1st down here. Lanrod receiving the signals here as the defensive middle linebacker here, getting guys lined up. Buffalo's out of a gun with, again, 2 running backs to the right side. Buffalo's flags everywhere with a false start. Dewey and Colwell in the backfield on that play. I think somebody else moved there, and that drew the foul. Buffaloes here shooting themselves in the foot. He was 2nd down behind the sticks here now. 2nd down on about 13, maybe 14. Rollins County taking a seat here, Austin Chumley. Buffaloes put receivers out wide. Colwell to the left and to the near side for the Buffaloes. Tucker Frito here, right side. Direct snap here to Schromick. Finds a lane off the right side, explodes through it. He's going to rocket down the sideline, across the 30, the 20 in Hornets territory. It's the 10, the 5, touchdown, Ryan Schromick. The Buffaloes spread him out in the shotgun formation, found a lane on the right side, and Schromick exploded through it with, again, similar speed to Daniel Kramer for Dighton, and we're not going to be knotted up, but It's now 6-8 with 2:06 to play in the first quarter. A 50-yard touchdown run. Romick, and now the 2-point conversion. Tied up. Out of the gun, the Buffaloes with 2 running backs to the left side. Schromick, keeper off the left side, runs it in. Found a big lane from his big guys in the trenches off the left side, and Schromick and the Buffaloes knocked this one up at 8 apiece. We got 2:06 to go before the end of the quarter, and both of these teams matching each other now score for score after some early fumbles and miscues that come for that off-season rust. Both teams starting to settle in now. This game developing a little bit of a pendulum effect here, going back and forth. Both teams adjusting their offenses now. You expect that the defenses will attempt to adjust, and we'll see if either one of them is able to get a stop or if we're going to have a shootout situation here. Buffaloes didn't have a ton of shootouts last year. Dighton did. Dighton, again, like we talked about in the pregame show, a little bit more experience in that category. Both teams in the huddle here getting ready for the kickoff. We'll take this opportunity to thank Colby Community College. The NIRA Rodeo is coming to Colby next weekend, September 12th and the 14th. Dunkers with great selection of home appliances. Some come with a 10-year warranty, and McDougall, Sager, and Snodgrass Grain. Roger reminds producers to check on farm store grains for bugs. Lastly, the bank, with several locations throughout western Kansas. There is sure to be a location located close to FDIC. That's the bank. Rollins County to boot it away for the first time here tonight. They'll line up the kickoff formation. Do the honors for Rollins County. Number 57, Dylan Fairchild, 6-foot junior. 210-pounder, defensive end and offensive lineman for this team. Dylan with an onside kick. It bounces into the arms and then out of the arms here of Dighton. The Buffaloes dive on top of it, and it's Fairchild. He kicked the ball. It bounced off the hands of a Dighton Hornet. Fairchild dived on top of it, and now the Buffaloes get the ball right back. Wow. That was a bang-bang play there. At first I thought Dighton had it, boys and girls, and so I'm just as surprised, I think, as everybody else is, but the ball bounced off of his hands. He had his back to me, and the ball bounced off his hands. Fairchild was in the perfect place to make the play. Better lucky than good sometimes, and that's exactly what happened for the Buffaloes there. We'll have the ball here in favorable field position on the Dighton 36-yard line. Ryan Schromick on a handoff is going to drag defenders to the 30. Gain of about 6.5 here, really. Marking past the 30. It's closer about the 29. Rollins County, second and about a long 3.5 here. Dighton with a 3-man front. Rollins County with 2 running backs to the right side. Fulwell and Dewey. Chumley and Dewey in this. On the handoff here off the left side, flags come out. Fulwell and Chumley, I apologize. That play was ugly from the get-go here, so the flag, I'm assuming, is probably a false start. The Buffaloes have already done one here earlier, and no legal motion. Buffalo's there with another miscue. That's the second penalty on them here in this first quarter of play with 1:56 to go. It's knotted up at 8. Rollins County and Dighton. Big league battle here tonight. Both of these talented teams, winning teams from a year ago. Has all the feel of the kickoff games that you see in college football, where they'll take a couple of the best teams from a year ago and pit them against one another. Kind of a similar feel to that here tonight. Grandstands full for Atwood Rollins County. The grandstand's very full here for Dighton tonight. This is a pretty hot ticket here in town. A lot of people bringing their own lawn chairs, sitting on the track to watch this one here tonight. Beautiful evening for a football game. Cannot say that enough. Just the right temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. Nice little breeze. Buffalo's out of the gun. Direct handoff here. Schromick finds a lane off the right side, explodes through it, gets a block, turns down the field, crosses the 25, gets knocked out of bounds, toppling over the 20-yard line marker, but I don't think they're going to give him the 20. Yeah, they're going to give him about the 21, maybe 22, and a nice run by Ryan to get his Buffaloes the first down, move the chains. Now, the Buffaloes have been in this area before, and they fumbled the football, so it's going to be important for ball security. Dighton's done a good job of attacking the football tonight with their hands, trying to rip it out. Ball on about the 22-yard line, almost the 21 here for Rollins County, deep in Dighton Hornet territory here. Romick, the quarterback, with Colwell to his right side. Two receivers to the near side. Chumley goes in motion on the handoff. Colwell tries to bounce outside, now tries to cut upfield, slips, falls to the ground. Flags come out everywhere. Wonder if it's not illegal motion again here. Hold is going to be the call. First down and 10. Buffaloes need to get it to the 12. Hold on Rollins County. Buffaloes will get marched back here about 10 yards. About the ball on about the 30-yard line. A little bit harder for us. So now first down and 20. Buffs need to get it down to about the 12-yard line. Three receivers to the near side. Bubble screen. Pass too high over the head of Dorian Colwell, but the Buffaloes, they got something there. That was open. The pass just a little too high. County running an offense very reminiscent of what Oregon ran for many years when Chip Kelly was there. Out of the gun, a lot of zone read options, some bubble screens. Very common. Everybody's basically doing it nowadays. They just popularized it at Oregon many years ago. Last decade, I guess would be the nicer way of saying it. Buffaloes with trips to the near sideline. Empty backfield for Ryan Tromick. Takes a snap, fakes a pass to the right, takes off at the middle of the field, slips through a couple of arm tackles, fights his way to the 20-yard line. They're finally going to drag him down there, so he gets the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Make it 3rd and 10. Ball on about the 22-yard line. We'll actually get it to the 20. So a gain of about 12 yards, 11 and a half almost here for Ryan Tromick to make this now a 3rd and 9. Assume the Buffaloes would go for it on 4th down, so you got 2 plays to try to cover these 9 yards. For Dighton here, you only got 2 plays to hold on and get that ball back. Dighton Hornets have made one stand here in this red zone area tonight, forcing a fumble earlier on the Buffaloes' second drive. Out of the gun, Tromick takes the low snap, rolls right, fires a pass over the middle of the field. It's caught at the 5-yard line. Snagging that pass out of the air was True Dewey. He came back to the ball, got both mitts up, and snagged that one. It was a low driving pass from Ryan Tromick. Both of them able to complete it. So the Buffaloes convert the first down on 3rd down. And it's now ball on the 5-yard line. Buffaloes in the red zone. 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Schramek, running back to the left side, runs it off the left side. He's into the end zone. From 5 yards out, Ryan Schramek and the Buffaloes capture their first lead of the night. It's 14-8 now, favoring Rollins County with 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Point conversion try now. The Buffaloes getting the touchdown there with the play they used for the 2-point conversion on their 3rd possession of the game. Under center goes Schramek, 2 running backs to the left side. Takes the snap, pitch play. Colwell finds a lane, lowers his shoulders, and powers his way through into the end zone. Makes it 16-8, favoring Atwood Rollins County, and so the Buffaloes back-to-back scoring possessions on offense. Dighton now with their turn to respond here. Head over to the huddle and get ready for their kickoff return team. The Buffaloes getting ready to boot it away with a little bit of momentum in their corner now. Both of these teams, though, really talented with a quick ability to score. So as both of these teams settle down and get comfortable, it's no longer theory and practice. Now it's the real world. Both of these teams, that confidence will grow, and this game could be in for a scoring showdown here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're happy you're here with us tonight. 30 seconds in the first quarter. 16-8, Atwood Rollins County in the lead here on the road tonight in Dighton, Kansas. Dighton had the early lead, scoring first. They came out on their second offensive possession and scored on a 59-yard touchdown run from Daniel Kramer. After that, it was all Buffaloes for the next 2 possessions. Off the onside kick, it was a 50-yard touchdown run from Schramek. 2-point conversion was good, and then 5-yard touchdown run after an onside kick by the Buffaloes when they received it. 5-yard TD after the Buffaloes started that possession on the Dighton 36. Drove it downfield, 5-yard touchdown run from Schramek, and a 2-point conversion good there. Senior quarterback. Buffalo's to boot it away again. Dylan Fairchild lines up, looks left, looks right. Kicks this one high end over ender. Going to be caught and then diving to the ground for Dighton there is number 87, Boston Shimmer, 6'4" senior. So now Dighton with favorable field position here. They're going to start this possession on their own 34. Atwood Rollins County comes to the line of scrimmage with a 3-man front. Buffalo's running essentially a 3-3-2 here this year. Out of the gun, Kramer takes a low snap, corrals it. It's hit in the backfield because of that low snap and gets dropped by Rollins County's number 57, Dylan Fairchild, one of the defensive ends. Be a small gain of a couple yards here, make it 2nd down and 12 for Dighton. Just an errant snap there caused just enough of a delay for Daniel Kramer. He left vulnerable there to Dylan Fairchild rush off that side. Came clean through the line and was able to get hands on him because Mr. Kramer was still corralling that snap. Now we're going to have the end of the first quarter. Both teams head to the huddle. It's 16-8. Rollins County on the road in the lead here early in this one, but we've got 3 more quarters of action to go here yet on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Back after the timeout. You're listening to Buffalo Football. Oh, I'd say a minute. Okay. All right, 1 second. Say? It sounds good? Okay, good. As long as it's coming through good and they can understand me. That's all that matters. Anything I can do to help you guys, no problem. Welcome back to high school football here on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. As we resume play, we're just beginning the second quarter. Rollins County has a 16-8 lead here on the road tonight. Dighton out of an empty backfield shotgun formation. Daniel Kramer wants the snap, takes it, rolls right. Looking downfield, fires a pass. Von Leonrod catches it, collides with the defender who was trying to cover him, and he's going to pick up a gain of about, I want to say about 7-8 yards here. It was a nice pass and reception there by Kramer to Von Leonrod. Von Leonrod with some nice contact after the play to get some more yards to make this now, I believe, a 3rd and 4. A 3rd and 4, long 4, almost 5. Ball on the right hash. Dighton, the Buffaloes flipping field here now as the quarter comes to an end. It's Dighton which is driving the ball to the south. The Buffaloes were driving it to the south to begin the game. Shadows growing longer over the field here. The Hornets now in a shadowed portion of the field. Receivers out to the left side, empty backfield for Kramer. Takes the snap, looks left the whole time. Fires Von Leonrod. Ooh, that one was just, he got it with the tips of his fingers on the right hand, but could not reel that one in. If he had, Von Leonrod would have had some space to work with it out there on the left flats. That'll bring up about 4th and 4 here. Yeah, 4th and 4. Decision time for Dighton. They punt, will they go for it? Rollins County. Defense, one more play to hold on here. Rollins County with a 16-8 lead and 11-13 to play in the first half. 2 receivers to the left side. Dighton going to try to get this one picked up. Take the snap, drop back. It's a screen. Caught by Von Leonrod. The Buffaloes bought that screen, hook, line, and sinker. He's going to lunge forward to the 35-yard line in his own territory. He's going to have the first down. Needed to get it to the Hornet 36, almost 37. Von Leonrod got it down to, to the Buffalo 36-37. Von Leonrod got the ball down to Buffalo 35, but oh my goodness, there's a flag on the play. Out here on the, if you're for Dighton here driving up the field on the left side of the field, for the far side from our perspective, there's a flag on the play. I think they're picking up and waving it off. And they do. waving off the foul. First down, Dighton, so the play stands. So Dighton there with a near heart attack. Ball riding the right hash. Dighton in the huddle. Rollins County in a three-man front. Buffaloes had the Hornets in a hole and let them out of it here on the conversion. Von Leonrod to the near sideline. As the Hornets in a shotgun formation with the tailback there. Side Kramer. They put Von Leonrod into motion. They fake the handoff. Kramer in the backfield gets hit and gets dropped for a loss. Might have got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. No, he did lose about a yard on the play. Very shifty is Daniel Kramer, but the Buffaloes right now pinning their ears back and attacking and getting pressure in that backfield, making it hard for him to find any room to run. Second down and about 11, almost 12. Ball on the right hash, located at about the Buffalo 36. Kind of hard from the angle I'm at here again, boys and girls, but my best to kind of guesstimate that here. Ball in the 36, empty backfield. Trips to the left side of the field here for Daniel Kramer, the far side. Takes a snap on a 2-count. Bubble screen looking Von Leonrod. Couldn't connect. Again, that one just a little too strong. Out of reach for Von Leonrod, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long. Neither of these teams interested in punting here tonight. Expected about 2 more plays here for the Dighton Hornets to cover about 12 yards. Need to get this ball down to the Buffalo 25-yard line. Pick up a fresh set of downs. Hornets trot back out onto the field. Kramer looking at a wristband here calling the plays. Don't see that very often in the high school ranks. Empty backfield for Kramer. Trips to the left sideline. Waits the snap. Buffalo's showing pressure. Takes a low snap. Rolls right. In some trouble. Looking downfield. Heaves a pass down looking for anybody here. Pass was almost caught. Buffalo's trying to pick it up themselves but couldn't. Intended target here for Dighton was number 11, Ryland Price. The ball fell into his hands, but he was being jostled by the Buffalo defenders there and wasn't able to wrangle it in. It's going to be 4th and about 12, and Dighton now with a choice to make as they run some substitutions out onto the field. Like number 20, Rodrigo Ortiz is out onto the field, and taking the seat for Dighton is going to be number 5, Colin Conroy. Kramer to punt this one, I think. A flag first, though. And they're looking at the sideline. I don't know what that was. I couldn't see the official signal. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but it was a foul on Dighton. Looking at the sideline, that kind of distracted me away from seeing what the white hat signal was. So they're going to go ahead and march the Hornets back to their own 39 to punt this ball away. Kramer, the quarterback, also the punter for this team. Ryan Schromick, the quarterback, and also the kick returner for this team. So quarterback-to-quarterback exchange here. This is a high coffin corner punt. Didn't quite make the corner, but does get this one to bounce out of bounds at about the 18-19-yard line. Buffaloes will get the ball back. Take over for their 5th offensive possession. Holmes County spot the ball here on the left hash. Start this possession on their own almost 20-yard line. Empty backfield for Ryan Schromick. Tight end on the left side, receivers either side. He's going to take off the right side, finds only up the middle of the field, and it's a track race now. He sprints across the timeline, the 5, the 10, touchdown. For a second there, I almost didn't want to say that he was gone because running him down was Rodrigo Ortiz. But Ryan Schromick was able to pull that one away and know there's a flag down. Holding on Rollins County. Going to erase those points. White hat signaling Rollins County back. And a big mulligan here for the Dighton defense now. That flag erasing those points, allowing them to adjust and make some changes there after allowing a big gap to open in the middle of the field there for Atwood Rollins County. March the Buffaloes back to the 10-yard line. That 10-yard penalty. Rollins County needs to get it to the 30 here. And penalties have been killing the Buffaloes tonight. Managed to find their way, kind of figure it out and dig their way out of it. But Now with 20 yards to go, that's going to be a little bit more difficult on this possession. 9:39 to play. Buffalo's up 16-8. Out of the gun, Schramek, a run off the right side with a lead blocker, gets hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Small gain and another flag on the play. Not sure. Another hold on Rollins County. Half a distance to the goal. Make it first down and about 25 now. So penalties declined, they're going to say. Dighton's going to take the downs, I think. Buffaloes would pick up a small gain. Maybe about a yard, maybe less than that. Bring up a second down and about 20. Buffalo coaches, you can hear them all the way up here saying, clean it up, more fouls. Rollins County lines up in the I formation now. Chumley and Colwell in the backfield. Schramek under center, takes the snap, handoff. Colwell off the left side, gets hit and dropped after a small gain. Rollins County. Third down and about 18 to go. All riding the right hash. Buffalo's trying to move this ball from your right to left. Buffalo's return to the line of scrimmage. Schramek out of the gun with the tight end to the right and two receivers to either side of the formation. Takes the snap, wants to run with it the whole way. Runs into a pile of defenders, nothing open up for him, and so the Buffaloes now probably going to have to punt here with it being fourth, about 17. 16 if you're being generous. Closer to 17. Buffaloes make some substitutions here, and I think the punt team just came out. Schramek back alone. I don't know that the Buffaloes are punting here. Schramek is going to punt it, just close to the line of scrimmage. High end-over-end kick. Bounces all the way into Dighton territory across the 30, about 25-yard line. Didn't look like it was going to be a good punt, but Schramek from about his own 10-yard line in around that area, booted that one all the way down to the Hornet 25, roughly. No, they're going to mark it out at the 30. Ended up being a pretty nice punt after all. Buffaloes on that fifth possession, punting it away after penalties killed the drive. And Dighton takes over for their fourth offensive possession of the night. Hornets break the huddle, march to the line. Rollins County, a three-man front, ready to meet them. Out of the gun, Kramer puts a man into motion. Takes the snap, read option, hands it off to the tailback. Running it up the field is Price. Going to pick up a few more yards on that first down carry. About 2, about 1.5 actually. Makes it second down and about 9. Hornets in the huddle. Rollins County trying to hold on defense here. Come back to the line of scrimmage out of the I formation. Kramer. Buffalo showing some pressure here. Bobbled snap. Tosses this one desperately to his tailback who catches it, but he's probably going to either get it back to the line of scrimmage or lose a little bit on this one. It was, again, some snap issues here for Dighton. The Buffaloes have had penalty and fumble issues. Dighton has had quarterback center exchange issues and fumble issues. Both of these teams starting to clean up the fumble problems, but both of these clubs still dealing with the penalty and the quarterback center exchange problems. Whoever gets that cleaned up probably has a pretty good chance to win in this game here tonight. Rollins County currently with a 16-8 advantage with 6:42 to play here before we head into the lockers for the half. Negligible gain there, 3rd and about 9 for Dighton. Empty backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and then they do have a tailback behind the quarterback there. Kramer takes a snap, drops back to pass, fires, caught over the middle of the field, first down for Dighton. Caught by Jack Jenkinson, a 6'8 senior. Get that ball across the 40 into Buffalo's territory. Pickup of about 10, almost 11 yards for Jenkinson on that reception. Had to dive to catch it. So he didn't have a lot of opportunities to do much with it after catching it, but it was everything Dighton needed to get the first down and keep this drive alive. Ball across the 40-yard line. Just shy of the 40-yard line. I apologize. The angle's kind of messing with me. It is just across the 40-yard line. Toss the ball here to Kramer. Kramer up the middle of the field, bounces out to the outside. He may be gone across the 10, the 5, slips through an arm tackle into the end zone. Kramer. From 38 yards out, Daniel Kramer going to give his Hornets a chance to tie this one up. Two-point conversion now. Buffaloes with substitutions. Aguilar back in at nose tackle. Kramer awaits the snap. Puts a man into motion. That's Von Leonrod. Takes a low snap. Tries to run off the left side. Gets hit in the backfield. Spins out of the arm tackle. Has the ball almost stripped out. Lunges his hands across the end zone. And he gets it. It took everything Kramer could do to slip through those arm tackles, evade defenders in the backfield, and then finally, in desperation, extend that hand across the end zone to get the two-point conversion that his team needed to knock this one back up at 16. It's 5:52 to play here in the second quarter. Atwood, Rollins County, and Dighton knotted up. What a fun first half of action this has been. Back and forth we go. Pendulum swings and momentum. And the Buffaloes come back out and answer now. After scoring 2 times in a row, they had to punt it away on their 5th possession. Dighton, the first points on the board in the first quarter, but then after that, Buffaloes dominated for the bulk of that second quarter on points. Apologize, into the first, I believe, was 8-8. Buffaloes to receive the kick. Fulwell and Shramik. Booted away for Dighton. Noah Raymer. Putting the ball in the grass here, getting things set up on the tee. Marches his way back from the football. Walks his steps off. Gets ready to boot this one away. It's a low driving end over end kick. Kind of has a wobble to it. Caught by Shramik at his own 7. Off and running up the right sideline. Slips his way through a couple of arm tackles. And before they finally wrap him up at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Buffaloes will start possession number 6 of tonight's game. The Buffaloes offense returns to the field. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Jamboree Foods, Farmers Bank and Trust, and My Place. My Place right now is offering great daily lunch and dinner specials along with soft serve ice cream for dessert. It's My Place. Rollins County. Going under center, Shramik, 2 running backs to his left side, standing next to each other. Pitch play, Colwell. Colwell trying to find the perimeter here. Gets hit and knocked out of bounds for a negligible gain. Dorian Colwell just could not get the edge there. Dighton doing a good job of stringing plays out and protecting the perimeter. Buffaloes have found some success up the middle of the field, though I think Dighton's made some adjustments with their linebackers to start trying to shut that down a little bit better. Lights come on here now with about 5:18 left to play in the second quarter. Knotted up at 16. Buffaloes with a 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers out to the left side. Shramik with Colwell to his right side. And everybody was moving in the line, on the line of scrimmage there. Signal from the referee, I believe, is offsides on the defense. Wide open, but oh my goodness, he overthrew his intended man. He was all alone. It was a play action pass. He faked a run to the right, set up and threw. His intended target was True Dewey, and the ball was just a little too high. Buffaloes had sold the Dighton defense on a run play and could have connected for a big play action pass, but just a little too long on that one. Buffaloes are going to run Asa Pope back out there. Buffaloes will break the huddle, head to the line of scrimmage. Romick out of the gun. Takes the snap, hands off Colwell. He's going to try to bounce this one outside, slips through an arm tackle, jukes through a couple of other tackles, a beautiful juke, fights his way up the middle of the field, down that right hash. He's going to pick up a gain of about 7-8 yards here. He's going to be close to the line to gain. And Dorian Colwell had a hard time getting going in this first half. All of a sudden, like lightning in a bottle, Dorian Colwell's going to get the first down. That was a gain of 10. Dorian Colwell and the Buffaloes, the 5'7" senior. All down here on the Dighton 24. All on the right hash. Buffalo's marching it from your right to left. Going under center, Shramik, 2 running backs to his left side. Shramik going to try to sneak this one off the right side. Can't quite get away from the Dighton defense. He runs over a defender, runs over a second one, gets knocked out of bounds. Ryan Shramik was just trying to get kind of squatted down low, tried to sneak behind the backs of his defensive linemen and sneak out to the right side. Was caught by a Dighton defensive player out there on the perimeter, but he was able to lower shoulder, power through, and pick up a first down. A gain of 10 for Ryan Shramik, and the Buffaloes now a couple yards away here from the 10-yard, well, maybe 13-yard line. Hard to tell from this angle. I want to say the 13 or 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Shramik. Running backs to his left. Has an illegal motion. Oh, sides. Somebody might have been lined up in the neutral zone. I'm not real sure. Signal from the referee. Nope, Buffaloes. Rollins County with a false start there. Lined up improperly. One other. Had a hard time from this angle seeing the signal from the referee, so the Buffaloes now have a 1st and 15 to contend with. Spots the ball back here, I want to say, at about the 16-yard line. Romick on the handoff. Colwell going to circle his way past the defenders. He's giving up ground, and he couldn't outrun them. Gave up ground to try to outrun the defenders, went the wrong way, and so they tracked him down in the backfield and brought him down. 2nd down and probably closer to 15, 16 now. Buffalo's in some trouble here now on this possession after marching it effectively down the field, running the ball. Penalty. Now a broken play hurting him here. Need to get this ball down close to about the 3-4 yard line to pick up the chains and keep this possession alive. Romick trips to the left side. Takes the snap, wants to run off the right side. Can't get through the arm tackle of a defender at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up a couple of yards, but that'll be about it. Buffaloes here picked up about 3, almost 4 yards. 3rd down and about 14, almost 13 here. Ball on the right hash. Buffaloes have it about the 15-yard line. Need to get it down to about the 5-yard line, roughly. Romick. The Buffaloes in the huddle. Dighton, defense, doing a pretty good job of bending but not breaking. They haven't given up too many big plays. They gave up one big one to Shramik there earlier, but after that they forced the Buffaloes to work their way down the field play after play, which is, if you're a defense, that's what you want to do. You don't want to just let them get big plays and break one off. We have a timeout taken by Rollins County. We'll go ahead and take it with them. It's 16-all between the Buffaloes and the Hornets. $1.25 before we go to the half. You're listening to Buffalo Football right here on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Welcome back to Buffalo football here on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Tied up at 16 with a minute 25 before the half. Schromick wants to pass here on this third down and about 14-15. It was a running back flare in the backfield here, and Dorian Colwell on the reception, not able to do a whole lot with it, and that's going to bring up a fourth down and about 15, almost 16. Buffaloes again need to get this down to about the 3-yard line. Again, penalties have been really hurting the Buffaloes. Killed one drive. It could kill this one as well, which would be painful for the Buffaloes. They got about a minute here that they're going to leave the Hornets on the clock. But the Hornets have been able to move the ball with some speed up the field. Another timeout taken. We'll keep it right here. Rollins County 16, Dighton 16. Buffaloes football is brought to you by Finley Energy, helping Northwest Kansas residents save money with efficient doors, windows, and siding. Brown's True Value, always offering great monthly specials. Profiles, stop in for a trim, a complete new look. See Profiles for a great selection of cosmetics. And J.D. Skiles, offering a great selection of fertilizer trailers, perfect for any farm operation. Rollins County and Dighton, a good game so far through this first half of action. Both teams, it's kind of been back and forth. Momentum swings, like I said earlier in the broadcast, but both of these teams, and part of those momentum just has a lot to do with the adjustments being made. Again, it's been a year since these kids have played. Rust is being worked out. Buffalo's dealing with penalty issues. Dighton dealing with quarterback center exchange issues. Dighton kind of getting that cleaned up, although some of them are still a little errant, and that's costing them precious time setting the play up. Buffalo's they're in a tough spot right now. Penalties have killed one drive already. Penalties might have just killed this drive here. They've got a fourth down and about 14 here. Need to get the ball down to the 3-yard line. They're at their own about 16 here. Schromick in an empty backfield, tied into the left side of the formation. Wide receivers flanking the set. Schromick takes the snap, looks right, fires into the end zone. Ball batted down emphatically by Dighton's number 10, Daniel Kramer. And that is how that drive comes to an end. Another drive really killed by penalties. The Buffaloes were moving it at a pretty good clip, and then penalties threw them out of their rhythm, and the possession essentially died on that penalty. It put them in a hole they just could not dig themselves out of. Dighton going to get the ball back here on their own about 16-yard line. Buffalo's in a 3-man front, showing some pressure. A blitz here. Kramer in trouble, slips out of an arm tackle, but can't get out of the second one. He'll get dropped for a tackle for a loss by Rollins County's number 9, Dorian Colwell. While it wasn't a penalty, the Buffaloes going to return the favor to Dighton here by putting them in a little bit of a hole to start this offensive possession. Loss of about 10. Second down and 10. Kramer in the end zone, in trouble, gets hit, got the ball away in desperation. It would have been a safety if he'd held on to it. Buffalo's bringing blitzes aggressively here on these first two plays. That's going to bring up a third down and about 20 here now for Dighton. Ball back close to the goal line. Kramer in the shotgun formation. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Now they're going to huddle up. Ball spotted down at about the 10-yard line. First two plays here. This possession went disastrously for the Hornets. Tackle and or sack for a loss on the first play. The second one, Kramer was lucky to get the ball away. Kramer out of the gun, standing on his own 5. Takes the snap, wants to run it off that left side, finds a lane, explodes through it, and he might be gone. Racing down the sideline across the 40, Kramer with one man to beat, can't beat him, gets tackled at the Buffalo 30-yard line. And saving that from being a touchdown was Rollins County's, I believe, number 9, Dorian Colwell, or True Dewey. Kind of hard to see from this angle. It might have been True Dewey. And Daniel Kramer just about got big points with 25 seconds left to play here before the end of the half. We're knotted up at 16. Ball on the 33. Buffalo's in a 3-man front. Hornets out of the gun. Two receivers to the near side. One out to the far side. Kramer takes the snap. Flags on the play before he could do anything with it. Signaling that this might be against Dighton here. Referees having a conference now about it. Ball start on Dighton. Penalties have been killer tonight for both of these teams. 1st and 15. Dighton needs to get this one down to the Buffalo 23. Kramer takes the snap, rolls right. Wants to throw, heaves one deep, looking for Von Leonrod. Ball high, Von Leonrod almost caught it over a Buffalo's defender. Pass incomplete though. Good defense by Rollins County's number 7, Asa Pope, recovered from an injury. The 6'1 senior out there on the boundary. 5'10 senior out there on the boundary. Doing a good job not letting that be an easy reception. 2nd and about 15 here for Dighton. Ball on the 33. I apologize, it's not on the 33. Ball's on the 36. Almost 37. 2nd down. Need to get the ball to the 23. Fire it out to Von Leonrod. Von Leonrod gets hit out of bounds here at about the 25. Nice long pass. Von Leonrod. Gain of about close to 10. About 14 yards back. They got about 3 yards ago, so anywhere but about 9 to almost 10 yard reception there from Kramer to Von Leonrod. Got about 11 seconds before the half comes to an end, though. Knotted up at 16. Dighton might have to take a shot or two at the end zone here. 2 plays left in this drive to get some points on the board. Out of the gun, Kramer. The running back to his left side. Takes the snap, drops back, looks left the whole time, fires, has a receiver out there, caught, and he'll be escorted out of bounds with 6 seconds remaining by Ryan Schramek at about the 14-yard line. No, they're actually going to mark this way back. I thought he stepped out at about the 14. They're only going to give him about the 16, 17-yard line. 1st down for Dighton. They got 6 seconds here to work with. Receiver did a good job quickly stepping out of bounds to leave some time on the clock. Knotted up at 16 before the half. 6 seconds. Dighton with another opportunity here, maybe 2 if they're lucky. Try to take the lead before we go to the half. And another timeout taken this time by Dighton. Keep it here. Rollins County football tonight is brought to you by J.D. Skiles, offering a great selection of fertilizer trailers, perfect for any farm operation. VAP Construction now offering a $1,000 rebate. Visit vapconstruction.com for more info. Rollins County Health Center reminding you to stay current on your vaccinations. Point Ag System, building quality precision ag equipment, shipping it worldwide. Proud supporter of the Buffs and Lady Buffs. AC Millick Insurance Agency, ensuring the things that are important to you. Give them a holler at 785-626-3785. And the Great Outdoors, stocked with a great selection of fencing supplies, including hose, splice, and much more. Great Outdoors. The Buffaloes versus the Hornets here in Dighton, Kansas tonight. The sun has slipped beyond the horizon. Darkness setting in. The lights are on. Beautiful night here in Dighton tonight. No weather, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect weather, perfect temperature as well. You don't really need sweatshirt. You don't really need a super thin cotton t-shirt because it's so hot. It is just perfect weather out here. No bugs, really. Not dealing with too many mosquitoes. Could not have asked for a better fall night. Buffalo's in a 3-man front, 6 seconds left. Knotted up at 16. Dighton, empty backfield, out of the gun. Kramer wants the snap. Low snap, bounces to him like a soccer ball. He's going to get hit in the backfield, tosses the ball out. It's going to get dived on by Dighton, and that's how the first half of action is going to end. The Hornets trying to get points late. A bad quarterback-center exchange kills the play, and it's kind of fitting for both of these teams. The Buffalo's last offensive possession died on penalties, and his last possession for Dighton died on a poor quarterback-center exchange, and that's how our first half of action comes to an end. It's Rollins County 16, Dighton 16. Back after this brief timeout with the First Christian Church of Atwood halftime show. You're listening to high school football on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll talk. And let's play here before the end of the third quarter. Here are the fireworks. Maybe, maybe not. Firing those off after every Dighton score. Hear that? That's what that is. Rollins County gave up a fair bit through the air on that possession. Dighton making some adjustments, seeing some things in the secondary, and deciding to take advantage of it for a quick drive up the field for quick points. That's just the impact that halftime adjustments can have on a game that quickly here in the high school ranks. See what the Rollins County Buffaloes have fallen up and what adjustments they're going to unleash now out on the field here when they get the ball back after the kick. Dighton forgot some things tooled. Those passes were on point. The quarterback center exchanges are still a little suspect here, but they were able to ball to Kramer, and Kramer had just enough time to that ball into the hands of his receivers. For, say wide open, but at least the last one was. Pretty good job hitting the open man, finding the open man and hitting him in that possession. Buffaloes take to the field. Romick going to be joined this time by Dominic Paz, a 5'9" freshman. Hornets booted away. It's a strong end-over-end kick, fielded at about the 4-yard line by Ryan Schromick. Often running up the right side, lowers his shoulder, powers his way through an arm tackle. Got that ball across the 25 before they rip him down, I think, at about the 26, 27-yard line. That's where the Rollins County Buffaloes will take over on offense. 7th offensive possession of the night thus far for Rollins County. Starting it here on their own 26-yard line, the referee settles on. Buffalo's still in the huddle here, running some bodies in and out. Eli Hawley running in here last second. Buffalo's breaking the huddle and walking to the line. Running backs, 2 of them to the left side of Schromick, who takes the snap. Quarterback sweep to the left side, has a defender in the backfield, gets hit and drugged down for a loss. And for Dighton, tackler on that play, number 16, Connor Wilson, caught the touchdown pass and now makes the big tackle for a loss for the Hornets. Brings up a 2nd down and about 14, almost 15 for Rollins County now. Buffaloes need to get it to about the 36-yard line to move the chains. Schromick with running backs to either side of him. Hands it off here to Chumley. Thumping at the line of scrimmage, runs over a defender, but again, Dighton fills the gaps and prevents the Buffaloes from moving the ball up the field. Small gain, maybe a foot, not a whole lot more than that. And so now, 3rd down and long for the Buffaloes, about 3rd and 14. Walking to the line of scrimmage is Rollins County. Schromick takes the snap, play action. Tries to take off the right side. And he gets stood up at the line of scrimmage, and the flag comes out late. First tackler on the play was Dighton, number 11, Rylan Price. See what the signal is from the white hat here. They're already marking it off against Dighton. It may have been, honestly not sure what it was. Personal foul. So Dighton got the stop, but the personal foul penalty is going to give the Buffaloes the 1st down. So Dighton just shot themselves in the foot right there. The Buffaloes get bailed out. 1st down and about their own 36-yard line. Rollins County, new lease on life with this offensive possession, trailing 22-16 with 8:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. All on the 36. Buffaloes hand it off out of the I formation. Colwell slips his way through arm tackles, bounces it out to the outside, loses his feet at the 40-yard line, but I think he's going to get it across at least. A gain of about 3-4 yards there for Colwell. Fought him down. 39, I think. Yep, it is the 39. Ball on the left hash. Buffalo's out of the gun. Colwell to the right side. Two tight ends either side of the formation. Buffalo's with a quarterback sweep off the right side. Trying to get some blocks out there. Going to slip and lower his shoulders and power his way through blockers and defenders. And he's going to get the first down and a bit more on that. Maybe about 4 or 5 more yards than he needed to move the chains. Buffalo's here moving the ball on the ground from your right to left to start this second half now. After the penalty getting him out of trouble, Rollins County getting some momentum in the running game here. Ball on the Dighton 30-yard line is what it looks like to me. 8:18 to play in the third quarter. 22-16 your score. Out of the gun. 2 running backs to the right side of Ryan Schromick. Schromick takes the snap. Hands it off to the first man through. Slips through an arm tackle, lowers his shoulder, and plows through the line of scrimmage. And we'll pick up just a little bit there is number 9, Dorian Colwell. A host of Hornets on the play to make the tackle. Team effort there on the defensive side. Pickup of about 1.5 yards there on the play for Colwell. Ball on the 28-yard line. Out of the gun. Romick. Colwell to his right. Colwell to his left. Chumley to his right. Takes the handoff, takes the snap, and runs it off the right side for a small gain. To make it about a 3rd and 5, I believe. Buffalo's running some substitutions here. Ryan Schromick coming up a little limp after that play. Trots his way over to the sideline. Now he's cramping. They're going to try to work it out. He's cramping. Ball on the 25. Buffaloes need to get it to the 20 to move the chains. At quarterback now for the Buffaloes is Tucker Preto, I believe. It is. Out of the eye. And the Hornets jump off sides. I think Tucker on the hard count there managed to get him to jump. So penalties helping the Buffaloes push this ball up the field here. Give them a first down, move the ball to the 20. Tucker Preto, quarterback here with running backs to either side of him out of the gun. Takes the snap, handoff here. Colwell finds a lane up the middle of the field, and he explodes into the end zone. Austin Chumley. Austin Chumley with a nice lane up the middle of the field. And from about 20 yards out, the Buffaloes put points on the board. We're knotted up at 22. Two-point conversion now for Rollins County to try to take the lead. Buffaloes run off the left side. It's Ryan Schromick. He got in. The Hornets did a good job clogging up the middle. He bounced it out to the left side. Again, they moved with him. They weren't able to stop him from lunging forward and getting in. And Rollins County now with a 2-point lead. And Buffaloes with someone slow to come up again here. I believe that might be Ryan Schromick again. He's cramping out there real bad. Buffs. Athletic trainer running out there to help get him back on his feet. Rollins County captures a 24-22 lead here. Knotted up 16-all at the half. Only got about 6:31 left to play here in the third quarter. Rollins County and Dighton here. Hydration going to be important. Already the Buffaloes dealing with a little bit of cramping issues. A fun football game so far in this one, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us for this contest tonight between the Rollins County Buffaloes and the Dighton Hornets. Take this opportunity to thank a couple of sponsors here while we're at an injury timeout. I don't really want to call it an injury timeout, but player just stretching out the cramps out there on the sidelines right now. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Colby Community College. The NIRA Rodeo is coming to Colby next week, and that's September 12th through the 14th. Dunkers, now with a great selection of home appliances, some come with a 10-year warranty. McDougall, Sager, and Snodgrass Grain. Roger reminds producers to check on farm-stored grains for bugs. The Bank, with several locations throughout western Kansas, there is sure to be a location located close to you. Member FDIC. Jamboree Foods. Be sure to check out the meat department. Don't miss out on daily specials in their deli. Farmers Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of the Buffs on the field and in the classroom for over 100 years. Member FDIC. And My Place, offering great daily lunch and dinner specials along with soft serve ice cream for dessert. My Place. Brian Schromick walking off under his own power here. He's just cramping. Running his tail off out there, and that's part of the reason why he's cramping. They're going to have to fill him full of Gatorade on the sideline, try to get him hydrated as best they can. Buffaloes to boot it away. Fairchild. Low driving kick. This one's going to go out of bounds, I think. Yeah, that's a penalty. Not sure if the Buffs will try it again or if Dighton will go ahead and just opt to take over. Like the Buffs are going to have to try it again. Give up a few yards and boot it away one more time. Sun fully set now. Last lights on the horizon here. Starting to get a little bit chillier out here tonight. Might have stood to bring a sweatshirt. Fairchild now to boot it away from the Buffalo 25 after that ball bounced out of bounds. Fairchild looks left and right, runs at the ball, boots it on sides. Bounces towards the, no, going to be safe from going out of bounds by Dighton. Should have actually just let that one go. He dived on top of it. It would have went out of bounds. Hornets will actually have, if they just let it go out of bounds, it would have pretty good field position. Instead, they're going to have this one back, I believe, close to their own 30. Now their own 28-yard line. The seventh offensive possession here for Dighton. Starting out on their own 28. Kramer out of the gun. Waits the snap with the running back to his right side. Handoff to Von Leonrod. No, Kramer holds on to it. Runs it off the right side. He's going to fall forwards for a gain probably of about 7 or 8. Kramer finding a gap off that right side. Gain of 6 on the play. 5.5, you might say. All on the right hash. Dighton moving it from your left to right on this offensive possession. Buffalo's leading 24-22 if you're just joining us as we head under 6 minutes to play here before the end of the third quarter. 2 receivers to the near side of the formation for Dighton now, out of the pistol. Put Von Leonrod into motion. Take the snap. Running up the middle is Kramer. Lunges forward, looking to pick up the first down. It's going to be close. Be about a yard short. A gain of about 2 or 3 there. All on the 34-yard line. Dighton moving it from your left to right. Howard Rollins County showing a 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebacker, and look here this year so far. Flags on the play now. False start on the offense. Dighton here with a 3rd and short to make this 3rd down a little bit more difficult on themselves now. The ball back. Not the 36-yard line, I believe. 31. Third down and about 7 to go. Out of the gun, Kramer. Price to his right side. Receivers flanking the formation. Takes the snap. Buffaloes rush 4. Kramer under pressure rolls right. Looking for a lane down the right sideline. Fires it inbounds here, looking for a receiver. Can't get it to Jenkinson. So 4th down and 7. Kramer scrambling for his life. The Buffaloes rushing 4 were able to get some pressure on him. Buffaloes didn't bring the whole team, but they brought half of it. They've been very successful with their blitzes here tonight. The Buffaloes defenders, when they've brought pressure, they've been getting there. Forcing Dighton, quarterback position, to run for their lives at times. Kramer going to boot it away here. It's 4th and 7. Dighton trailing by 2. And go ahead and give this ball back to Rollins County. Kramer. High, booming, end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded by the Buffaloes at the 20. Ball comes out, diving on top of it, I think, is Rollins County. They do hold on to it. Ryan Schromick managing to jump on top of it at the 20, and he is still hobbled really badly. He's going to have to sit for a few plays. He can barely move that right leg. Came out to try to field that punt. He just cannot beat the cramps right now. Tucker Prieto pulled down the quarterback position here. Warren Colwell, Chumley, Prieto in the backfield. Prieto looking left and right. 3-man front from Dighton. The linebackers were basically on the line of scrimmage. They hand the ball off to Colwell, who has hit at the line of scrimmage, but rolls into it, rolls off of it out of the hands of a defender, and lunges forward for a gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards. Colwell, as this night has gone on, he's just gotten more and more comfortable. He's down on the ball more and more and more. He's going to pick up a yard off of that. Probably shouldn't have picked up anything on that play based on the way things went. Again, as the physicality intensifies here for Colwell, starting to get more and more out of every time he touches the ball. Prieto. Colwell to his left and Chumley to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off to Colwell. Colwell off the right side. Slips through a couple of arm tackles, fights his way forwards to the 30-yard line. And the Buffaloes on 2nd down going to pick up about 5, almost 6 on that carry. They're going to get the 1st down. Sorry, it was a lot more than 5 or 6. Colwell picking up the 1st down, and the Buffaloes now on their own 30-yard line. The ball out of the eye. Prieto. Handoff. Colwell off the right side. Slips through another low arm tackle. Fights his way forward for a gain of about 4 maybe here. The Buffalo's ground game is building steam. 2nd down and 6. It's kind of like what I talked about at the break. Dighton, much more multiple, much more variable offense. They're throwing, they're running, kind of more balanced. Buffalo's team is just running the football for the most part. They can throw, haven't done a lot of it, but they want to run the football, and that's what they're doing here. Prieto out of the gun. Off the snap, hand off Chumley, the thumper up the field, gets hit and gets knocked down. He's going to pick up maybe a yard or 2 here. Chumley brings the size and physicality. Colwell, more of a Darren Sproles, shifty type of back. Tucker Prieto, similar to Ryan Schromick in build. He's a similar slippery style runner. And Colwell now a little slow to come up here. Honestly, the Buffaloes, I think all of them are cramping at this point. Even the offensive linemen are cramping a little. Ryan Schromick yet to return to the game. He's still suffering severe cramps. Everybody on the Buffalo sideline here, well, just a couple of guys here on the Buffalo side, all getting worked on now. Like they're able to get Colwell back to his feet, but again, he's badly hobbled by the cramps here. He can barely extend those legs straight as he walks back to the sideline, cramping up real bad, and cramps are not fun. Everybody's had one. They are not an enjoyable experience, and you can just see that the way a couple of these guys for the Buffaloes are heading to the sidelines right now, that they are not in a happy place. 2:52 in the 3rd. Rollins County with a 2-point edge here. So the Buffaloes having to go deeper and deeper into the bench. Ryan Schromick returns to the field. Empty backfield for Ryan. Colwell out to the left. Frito to the right. Ryan Schromick on the handoff is going to get hit in the backfield and driven back. Ryan is again limping a little bit there. Be able to walk it off. It's 4th down and about 4 here for the Buffaloes. Decision time for Coach Schromick. It's like the Buffaloes are lining up in a punt formation now. Punt very close to the line. Schromick takes it. It's not going to be a punt. He's going to run right. Going to fire a pass. Was it caught on the right sideline? Incomplete. Buffaloes will not convert on 4th down. So the Dighton Hornets will get it back with favorable field position here. Begin their 8th possession of the game. Got just 2:04 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Collins County and Dighton come to the line, and now a whistle and a timeout taken. We'll go ahead and take it with them. It's Atwood 24, Dighton 22. 2:04 left to play in the 3rd. Back right after this. You're listening to Buffalo Football on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. I don't know. Welcome back to Buffalo Football here on Super Hits 106.1 KYVZ Atwood as we away from the play here on a timeout. Dighton taking a shot downfield, could not connect with Von Leonrod. 2nd down and 10. Rollins County. Ball here on the Buffalo 36-yard line. Kramer in an empty backfield with 2 receivers split out left. Puts one into motion. Von Leonrod takes the snap, rolls right. Looking up the field. Decides to tuck it and run, gets hit and drugged down. He'll maybe pick up a yard, maybe more. Makes it 3rd and about 9. Ball now on the right hash. Dighton heads back to the huddle. The Buffaloes substituting some guys. The cramps continue to strike these Buffaloes here. Coach Schromick and Bithington and Lankus doing their best to try to keep guys fresh and from seizing up anymore with the cramps as much as they can. Development here in the 3rd quarter for these Buffaloes. Empty backfield. Nope. Got a running back off the left side here of Kramer. Puts a man into motion. That's Von Leonrod. Hand off Von Leonrod. No, holds on to it. Wants to pass one downfield. Has a man. Caught! Caught by Jenkinson. He'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dighton! Jack Jenkinson, the defender, fell down, and Jenkinson hauled that ball in and ran it in for a touchdown. Ball was on the Buffalo 36-yard line. Make that a 36-yard reception from Jenkinson, and points for Dighton. And the defender that fell down on the play was Ryan Schromick. I think he cramped up again. I think that's what happened on that defensive play. Point conversion coming now. Ryan and the Buffaloes are battling an epidemic of the cramps at this point. Dighton on Leonrod in motion. Take the snap, run up the middle of the field. Kramer going to run his way in. That makes it 30-24. Favoring the Dighton Hornets, and with $1:04 left to go in this one in the third quarter, not in the game, in the quarter. Rollins County now needing to respond here on offense and having a hard time doing so. Again, if you're just joining us, Buffalo's having some issues with the cramps here. Buffalo's doing everything they can. Try to get their guys back out on the field. They've lost 2 here. One of them, Ryan Schromick, doing their best to get him stretched out. That's your starting quarterback. That's always tough. Tucker Preto's done a good job stepping in, though. The offense hasn't really lost a step. Buffs put points on the board, but still, you know, you're missing the guy who took the bulk of the reps here in summer camp and preseason camp, so he has all the knowledge. The backup guy obviously got some reps too, but the guy who got the bulk of reps is currently sitting on the sideline. That's not what you want. Preto as well as Paz back here to receive the kick. Trotting out onto the field is Dighton. Kickoff team here for Rollins County is number 10, Eli Hawley, number 44, Tanner Vazurek, 25, Tanner Lankus. And I'm trying to get the numbers of some of the other kids that are further away. I'll try to get them the next time they come out, boys. I also think number 17, Luke Siss, is out there, but I might be mistaken. They're angled away from me in such a level that I can't quite see the numbers on the jerseys. This one booted away, fielded by Paz back at the 7. Paz angles this one down over to the right sideline, shoots this up the right sideline, bounces off a couple of tacklers, gets knocked out of bounds late. I don't think there's going to be a flag, but there's definitely going to be some chattiness about that one on the sidelines. So the Buffaloes are going to have great field position thanks to Paz, who's showing some tremendous speed for this Buffaloes club on the kickoff return team. Buffaloes will start this possession on their own 34. Best field position tonight that the Buffaloes have had. They have started in Dighton territory before. Good otherwise. 9th offensive possession. Tucker Preto has Colwell to his right side. Takes the snap, handoff. Colwell hitting the backfield, gets spun forwards, but I think he still lost a little on that play. Bring up second down and about 11, almost 12, probably. Ball on the left hash, 36 seconds to play in the third. Buffalo's trailing by 6. Buffalo's in the huddle here. Ryan Schromick returns to the lineup. Schromick will be a running back. Here is Preto, staying at quarterback. Takes a snap. Ball start on Rollins County. Now there was some confusion on that play as Schromick came in. I think everybody thought he might be the quarterback. Tucker stayed as the quarterback. I think was deliberate, but that still caused a little bit of confusion there. And then I don't know that they got the snap count. Consequence of that confusion. Buffaloes are going to hurt themselves a little bit on that one. It'll stay here. Second down, but about 17 to go for Rollins County now. It'll be the consequence. Schromick out as a receiver here now. Preto, quarterback. Tight into the right side. Tucker takes the snap, rolls right, sets his feet, fires one deep, looking for Schromick. He's double covered, jumps into the air, and the ball is incomplete. No flags on the play. He was double covered and was jostled pretty well by the Hornets defense here. That'll bring up a third and about 17. Ball on the Buffalo 27. Get this ball across 40-yard line down to the Dighton. They're 37 to get the first here. Buffs take a timeout. Third down as, well, excuse me, the Buffs don't take a timeout. The quarter comes to an end. It's 24-30. Rollins County trailing the Hornets back after this brief timeout with our fourth and final quarter of action here from Dighton. You're listening to Buffalo Football on Super Hits 106. Yes, sir. Third and 17. Rollins County with the ball on their own 27-yard line. Movement from your left to right. Frito takes the snap. Steps back. Fires over the middle of the field. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Hornets. They'll lunge forward and fall to the ground. And Dighton with a 30-24 lead and the football to start the fourth quarter and 11:54 to play. That is a tough sequence of events for these Buffaloes. Struck down by cramps. They've had to make some lineup changes. And Dighton, I think, switched the defense up a little bit there. Perfect. Buffaloes now, their back foot. Dighton with the momentum. Football in their hands. A lead on the scoreboard. Buffalo showing a three-man front. Dighton comes to the line. Pistol set. Kramer with two receivers out to the right side. One tight end to the left. Takes the snap. Drops back a couple of steps. Fires over the middle of the field. Intercepted by Rollins County. In transition comes the Buffaloes up the field from your left to right. Hustling it down the field is Rollins County across the 20. Slipping through an arm tackle. And another is Rollins County. The interception by the Buffaloes trying to get the young man's number. Number 3, Ryan Sharamik. The Buffaloes with a defender down. He's down with cramps. I think that's Fairchild. I saw him limping earlier. Frito trying to help out. Grabbed the wrong leg. So the Buffaloes will have the ball here deep in Dighton territory. And just like that, momentum swings back to the Buffaloes. Interception answered by interception. I have a brief timeout here to tend to the, I don't know if you want to call it an injury or not. Just the cramps. He'll be all right, but got to give him take a timeout here either way, so we'll call it a cramps timeout. So the Buffaloes, Ryan Sharamik looking and feeling a lot better now. Got him on the sideline there. He's sitting. Pumping water into him and trying to help him with both of his legs. But Ryan just coming in here for small bursts, just playing his heart out. Thus far, Dighton largely unimpacted. Buffaloes helping Mr. Fairchild off the field. County making more substitutions, running guys in and out. Testing the depth chart here a little bit tonight. Are the cramps here for the Buffaloes. Buffaloes with some confusion here out of the gun. Nope, going under center now. I formation, they say as it is. Buffaloes with the ball on the Dighton 7. Handed off up the middle. Colwell fighting and lunging his way forward for a gain of a couple. Nope, that was Ryan Sharamik. I apologize. I thought that was Ryan sitting over there on the sidelines. Might have been Colwell with the interception early. The way the jersey goes over the pads, it can be hard to differentiate here. So I apologize if I misannouncing who's making what play here. We have a lot of guys with single digits that look awfully similar from where I'm sitting up here. Schromick. Nope, Preto under center, hands it off to Schromick, gets hit in the backfield, slips out of an arm tackle, but they will finally grab him and drag him down. That's going to bring up a third down and about 8, based on where the sideline judge spotted him down. Buffalo's gained a little, then lost a little. 10:43 to go here in our fourth quarter. 30-24 the score. Rollins County back to the line of scrimmage. Preto stays in at quarterback. Schromick, now one of the tailbacks along with Cola. Preto on the snap. Quarterback keeper off the left side. Can't get to the edge. He's going to get hit, wrapped up, and drugged back. So the Buffaloes trailing by 6 here now. It's decision time. They lost a little bit more on that play. They're going to spot him down back at about the 12, almost 13. Buffaloes with a tough decision to make here. Fourth down, about 12 to go. Almost 13. Rollins County ain't going to take a timeout. Yeah, I had some troubles getting the play in. Buffaloes will take the timeout. We'll take it with them. 9:46 in the fourth. It's Rollins County 24, Dighton 30. Back right after this. You're listening to Buffalo Football on 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Thank you, sir. Yep. Here on 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. Hi, sir, and Joe Vazurek, our studio engineer. Thank you for joining us for tonight's season opener between the Rollins County Buffaloes and the Dighton Hornets. The Buffaloes out on the road to start their season here in beautiful Dighton, Kansas. A beautiful night for football. Temperatures, I think, now in the 60s, if I had to guess, maybe low 70s. Take the snap. Preto, fourth down and 6. Preto launches one to the back of the end zone. It's a little too high, and the Buffs will turn it over on downs. So Rollins County had a great opportunity, ball in great field position, just could not get it going on offense and score the points they needed. It's 9:42 in the fourth. Buffaloes trail by 6, back-to-back interceptions here. Turnovers been heavily featured in this game between these two teams. Hornets now with the football on their own 12-yard line. Out of the eye. Kramer goes under center for the exchange. Bobbles it, hands it off to a tailback on Leonrod, who's going to plow his way forwards for a gain of about 8-9 yards. That play again, the quarterback center exchanges have been an adventure tonight for Dighton there, and it just about cost him on that play. Von Leonrod had a full head of steam. That handoff had been even a second or two late. It could have resulted in something else other than what the result the Dighton Hornets got. Again out of the eye. Right inside their side of the formation. I think the Hornets want to pound this ball up the field and run the clock out here with 9:08 to play, up by 6. And on Von Leonrod, stuck at the line of scrimmage and driven back by the Buffaloes. Actually lost a little bit on that play. Now 3 yards to go here. Maybe a long 2 and 2 almost. on the 20-yard line. Need to get it to about the 22.5, almost 23. Out of the eye, Kramer. Von Leonrod, the fullback. Hands it off on Leonrod, no option play. Fakes the pitch, holds on to it, now pitches it to Price. Price down the right sideline, may be gone. No, he's out of bounds. The Buffs were able to knock him out of bounds. But had Price not been caught like he was, he had nothing but green in front of him. Just an old belly G option play there to the right side by the Dighton Hornets, and it's a first down. All on the on the Hornet 29-yard line, where he stepped out, they said. Buffalo's defense just holding on to that perimeter. They didn't tackle him, they shoved him out of bounds. A lot of times that's just good enough. 8:24 here in the fourth. 30-24 the score. Hornets in the lead and with the football. First down and 10. Ball in the middle of the field. Handoff. Price gets hit in the backfield. Upended. Maybe a small gain, but not much more than that. Kind of a crosshatch there and not a whole lot doing. Second and 10. Kramer waiting for the play here on this left sideline before walking over to the huddle. Trotting over to the huddle, I should say. Buffalo's in a three-man front, trying to get all their bodies back here. Fairchild still out. Walking around, trying to get that cramp worked out. I want to say that Ryan Shramik is back in the game. Yeah, he is. He's out here on this left sideline. Out of the gun, putting into motion Von Leonrod is Kramer. Option play, flags everywhere. Maybe an illegal motion, I'm not real sure. It could be false start too. Yeah, it's a false start on the play. That'll cost him a little bit. Second down, a little bit more difficult. Referee will spot the ball on the 24-yard line. Buffaloes. On the line. Dighton to the line in a pistol set. Two receivers, put Von Leonrod into motion. Quarterback keeper up the middle of the field. Kramer going to drag a couple defenders with him up the field as he crosses line of scrimmage and picks up about 4 or 5, I want to say. He picks up a bit more than that, almost 10. Pretty close to 10 is what he gained on that play. 6:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. 30-24 your score. Picked up 11 on that play, did Kramer. Like 10. He's got about 5 yards to go here. So about what it was. All on the 34-yard line. Riding the left hash. Buffaloes with Aguilar at nose tackle. Been disruptive tonight. Part of the reason I think why the centers had a hard time getting the ball out of the pistol. Kramer takes the snap, wants to run it off the right side, runs through arm tackles, has a couple of guys to beat. They finally knock him off balance, and down he falls. First down, Dighton, a long run. About a 15, 20-yarder, I believe. And the Hornets now in Buffalo's territory. They have a 6-point lead and the football and time on their side now. Buffalo's battling the cramps. Had a huge impact here in this third quarter, derailing the Buffaloes, hurting the defense. Fairchild's returned to the lineup for Rollins County. Got their starting lineup on the defensive line back out there. Institutions at nose tackle. Aguilar takes a seat, and subbing in for him is the Buffaloes' number 11, Riley Hansen. Out of the eye, Kramer. Under center. Handoff Von Leonrod. No, he held on to it and got hit by the Buffalo straight away. Fairchild wasn't fooled. Negligible gain on the play here. It's down Dighton. Ball on the 25-yard line in Buffalo's territory. For 5:30 to play. Rollins County trailing by 6. Dighton with the ball and moving it from your right to left. Come in here last second. Harder. Clouds removed. Out of the gun, Kramer. Receivers to the right side, puts Von Lanrod in motion again. Takes the snap, option play to the left side, wants to hold on to it. More of a quarterback sweep. He'll run it for the left sideline and get hit out of bounds. Up a couple on this. Up third down. Going to be short of the line to gain by about a yard, they're going to say on the mark. But Dighton really taking their time here. This is a ball control offense moment. They were moving pretty good earlier, getting to the line in a hurry. Now they're slowing things down a fair bit. It's about holding on to the ball, holding on to the clock, and not giving the Buffaloes an opportunity to get back into this thing. Most of the Buffalo players that were struggling with the cramps are now back for the most part. Them off the field on offense is now critical if you're Dighton. You got the lead, you got the ball in a good field position here. Got the ball on the 16-yard line, third down, only about a yard to go. Handoff here. Ow. Might have gained that yard, I'm not real sure. Most of Buffalo's on the tackle. He did get it. First down, Dighton. Ball on the 14-yard line. Dighton breaks the huddle and heads back to the line of scrimmage. 4:10 to play in the fourth quarter. Buffalo's trailed by 6 here on the road to the season opener. Out of the eye, Kramer. Snap, hands it off to the left side. Price finds a lane, fights his way through arm tackles, and drags Buffalo defenders down close to the 5-yard line here. Now, around 7 yards for Price on that handoff. Methodically, Dighton moves the ball down the field on this possession. Their 9th of the game. Excuse me, their 10th of the game. Started out deep in their own territory. Their own 16. Handoff. Price off the right side. Fights his way through Buffalo defenders. He's going to pick up a couple here. He might have got the first down. And it is. Got the first down, was just about 2 yards away from the end zone. First and goal, Dighton. Ball on the right hash. Doing it from your right to left and trying to cap off this long drive that started close to their own end zone with a score, are the Hornets. They already have a 6-point lead as we go under 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Out of the eye, Kramer goes under center. Takes the snap, quarterback keeper up the middle. Is he in? The referees say he is. Touchdown, Dighton. Make it 36-24 with 2:50 to play in the fourth. Collins County, now it is hurry-up time. And a great battle between two winning teams for a go here tonight. A lot of opening season rust here is the 2-point conversion. Kramer runs it off the left side, hits, and lunges his way into the end zone. Made contact with the defender and fought his way in. Two-point conversion good. And with that, the Buffaloes trail now 38-24. That third quarter, the cramp struck down some of the Buffaloes' key contributors for these Buffaloes here, now looming large in this fourth quarter. Only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. Are the Buffaloes going to be able to get everybody out there to make a run at this thing, down by 2 scores? Need a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, and at least 1 2-point conversion for Rollins County at this point. Not impossible, just tough, given that cramps have really limited the utility that they can get out of Ryan Schramek, and then you also got Fairchild, who's being tended to there with the cramps as well. I think he's back more or less, but You don't know that you're at 100% when you're dealing with that throughout the night like both of those guys have. Amick and Paz back to return. No, this is Preto and Paz back to return kick. Kramer to boot this one away. Lines it up. Prints at the ball, boots it away. High end over end kick. Preto fields it in the end zone. He's just going to go ahead and take the touchback here, and the Buffaloes will start deep in their own territory here on what will be for them their 11th possession. Excuse me, their 10th possession. Rollins County on their own 15-yard line. Got a lot of work to do here with 2:49 on the clock. Trailing 38-24 on the road here in Dighton tonight. Buffaloes on a handoff off their left side. Shromick fighting his way forward, high-stepping his way through defenders, dragging more before finally being drugged down close to the line to gain. The 25. Got it across the 20 before it became a spinning, twirling affair with the defender. They're going to give him the first down. 10-yard run on first down for Ryan Shromick and the Buffaloes. Buffalo's in hurry-up mode here. Shromick looking at the referee to see if the clock's running. It is now 2:36, 2:35. Takes the snap, runs it off the left side, gets stood up and falls forward for a couple, but gained as much as he would have liked. Second down and about 6. Rollins County. On the left hash. Trips to the right. Preto. Quarterback. Takes the snap, runs off the left side, cuts back up the middle of the field, weaving his way through defenders. Gets hit as he gets close to the 40-yard line. He got across the 40-yard line. Big run for the Buffaloes. They're moving this ball up the field now in a hurry. 1:58 left to play, trailing 38-24. Buffs need points. Ball down here on the Dighton 31. Excuse me, on the Dighton 37. Out of the gun. Trips to the right side. Preto takes the snap, runs it off the right side, finds a lane, weaves his way up the field. Again, another gain. Really impressive by Tucker here. Probably another gain of about 4 or 5 yards for the Buffaloes. Clock ticking, though. 1:27 to play. Rollins County is not getting up the field quite fast enough. Dighton doing a good job of bending but not breaking. That's something that we kind of saw from them throughout the night. They did give up a couple of big plays later, but trying to get back to that style of defense. But the Buffaloes chew up a lot of clock here. They've got a 2-score lead. Rollins County. Preto, 2 running backs to his left side. Takes the snap, pulls left, sets his feet under pressure, tries to go back the other way, gets hit and drugged down for a sack. That'll bring up third down and about 7 or 8, I think. Factor in the sack yardage lost. Timeout taken. Buffalo's in a bit of a hole here now, not behind the markers, but we had about a 2nd and 5. Now you got about a 3rd and about 8. Having Tucker roll out to the left, trying to get something set up on that left sideline, and nothing develops quite quickly enough as the Dighton Hornets were able to slip their way through the pass defense there, get into the backfield. Rollins County here now with about 2 plays. They're obviously going to go for it on the down, given the scoreboard and the clock situation. Got to start taking some shots at the end zone. Just took too long to get from their own 15 here into Hornet territory. It's the problem. Now you got to start taking some shots, and this is a part of the Buffaloes offense that's just not as tested as last year's team was. Last year you had Brian Rodriguez and you had Braxton Dixon connecting with they had a tremendous familiarity. They were really pretty good together, throwing and catching the football. That's gone now, and the quarterbacks and receivers here for Rollins County. They've had some nice receptions and some nice throws, but there's been some that have been off too. They're just not quite on the same page yet. Buffaloes with trips to the near side, tied into the far. Frito at the line. 55 seconds to play, trailing 38-24. Takes a snap, drops back. Fires one over the middle of the field, and he throws it into the dirt. Short. Frito comes up with a little bit of a limp. And that has just been the problem tonight. The Buffaloes are cramping really bad out there. Might have affected Tucker's throw. 51 seconds here in the fourth. Buffaloes trailing 38-24. Ryan Schramming now in at quarterback with a 4th and 8. Takes a snap, runs off the left side, slips through a couple of arm tackles, lowers his shoulder near the line to gain, and he's going to be short. That's going to be the ball game for the Buffaloes here unless Dighton self-destructs. The Hornets will hold on. Buffaloes turn it over on downs. Buffaloes in this game, needs 5 seconds left to go in the fourth. Been a couple of opportunities. 2 of them I can think of where they should have came away with points, and they just didn't. Dighton defense was able to bend but not break and hold on. Cramping really hurt the Buffaloes in that third quarter. That was part of how Dighton was able to open up the distance between here on the scoreboard. And they took full advantage of it. Credit goes to them for that. They played a good game here tonight. Both teams did. There's some things that both of them got to work on. For Dighton, that quarterback-center exchange is probably priority number 1. For Rollins County, working on the penalties. Penalties dogged them here tonight, killed some promising drives, and then finishing drives for the Buffaloes. A couple of things that they're going to work on when they head home here. 15 seconds left to play before this one comes to an end. Atwood Rollins County will start the year with a loss, and Dighton will start the year with a win. By a final 38-24. This one comes to an end here tonight in Dighton, Kansas. We'll go ahead and take a timeout and bring you into the post-game show to wrap this thing up. You're listening to Buffalo Football right here on 106.1 KYVZ Atwood. 1 minute here, Joe. Are you okay with me